Hey,
Hey,
hey, hey, Jules. Wait
hey
a
y'all.
minute. Hey,
Hey y'all. Give me what?
listen.
1 minute. Just give me 2 seconds.
We're not giving you 2 seconds. We talk about
What we
sensory
doing?
rest. We're talking about sensory rest today, and we need to
Okay.
let
Okay.
your be rest. Put it down. Put it down.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, she right. It's sensory rest time. Yeah.
Yes.
So, life again, it could be overwhelming trying to change that. And
Mhm.
I am not practicing good sensory rest.
Yes.
But that is what we're talking about today. And so, Tiffany, go ahead and jump in. Just
Let's give our senses a break from the
okay.
constant simulation of life, ma'am. The screens, the notifications, the background noise, all of it. Like it all adds up and it all becomes a big distraction and stressor. And this rest allows your nervous system to reset and recharge. And so
Mm.
it's easy to get caught up. And I know it's a fun visual, right? But how many times has that happened? Where you're having a conversation with someone or you're trying to have an experience
Mm.
and the person you're trying to share the experience with is on their phone.
Such a pet peeve.
Yeah.
Because now you've iced out the other person or the other
Mhm.
people,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we definitely got to take time to rest in that area. And again, it's not about isolating yourself,
Mhm.
but joining in on the moments where you can have calm in the midst of a bunch of chaos that's happening.
Mhm.
And we can take charge in that area. In that area of rest, we can take charge. And just being intentional about what that environment looks like. Even if you're not with someone else, sometimes we're by ourselves and we're scrolling so long. An
Mhm.
hour, 2 hours could go by, and you've been on your phone and you have no idea what that's doing to your body. And so we do. We have to. I mean, there was a time we didn't even have cell phones. We didn't even have laptops. We didn't even have Facebook or YouTube. We didn't have any of that. And I feel like life was so much more calm and slow then.
Mhm.
But it's like how could I go without it now?
Yeah.
But I do have to have moments where I am aware that this is not healthy. Too much of it can be unhealthy.
It's like and everything goes on overload and it short circuits, right?
Hmm.
Like um for me, and today's tip is about having an unplug practice, right? Or a ritual just to unplug, like setting aside time to just disconnect. Now, y'all again, if you know, you know. My friends in the comments gonna be like, Tiffany, you don't even love your phone. What you talking about, right? Like, it's the running joke. Like, it's always somewhere near me. Like, I kind of know where it is, and it might be on. It might still be on silent from earlier today. Like, but eventually I'm gonna get to it. But I try to be intentional because I remember a season where my phone was ringing all the time. It was an email for work. It was getting ready for a meeting. It was a text message from a friend. It was a phone call from my parents. It was an update needed for my brothers. It was like it was all the time. And I found myself having these like heart palpitations. Like I started to get stressed. My job
Oh
got real
yeah.
stressful. Part of my hair was coming
Your
out. Y'all, it was
hair,
bad.
girl.
It
Oof,
was
yeah. It was.
bad.
It was bad. I remember
And so I remember being like,
that.
I have to be on all the time. And like the only downtime I had was my 7 o'clock Tuesday appointment and my hairstylist. At the time, my hair was relaxed. And
Mhm.
it was every 2 weeks. And I remember I went in and I'll never forget her name was Miss Althea. Oh, I love that woman. She was at a JC Penney salon and
Hey.
I sat in her chair and she said, "How's it going?" And she put her hands on my shoulder and I lost it. Like
Mhm.
lost it. And she was like, "Oh, we're not doing this on the floor. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait, wait, wait. I hope to." And so she took me to the back. And so she was like, "What's going on?" And she was a believer. And so she was like, we're not doing this. So she was like, first we're gonna pray. So then she prayed and she was like, "What is going on?" And I was like, I just it's too much. And so that was my breaking point, and that was the point in which I was like, okay, I can't let this phone ruin my life. Not only is it currently running my life, but it's ruining my life. And so
Mm.
I had to create some like boundaries. So I got real familiar with do not disturb. I got real familiar with out of offices and taking my time. Like I remember, yeah, I wasn't even taking my vacation time. Like, so now that's why I be relentless about my vacation time. Um, I know I would have vacation time and I would leave it on the table. And it was like, I worked in one of those jobs that like you either use it or lose it. It
I
was,
ain't never lost.
listen, there was a season.
Mm, mm-mm.
If you know me, like knowing me now, you wouldn't think I ever left any vacation time on the table. But I had to learn it the hard way. And
Yeah.
it's because I didn't take the time to really unplug and let my senses kind of settle back into my mind was always going, I was always looking at something. My vision got bad for a
It
season.
did and did
My vision got bad. Like I
and
was like,
did.
I can't see. I need more glass. Like it was bad. So for me, this is really, really a big one. This unplug ritual. Even if you're not at the place where you can just unplug altogether, even just having during the course of the day or an hour where your notifications and your phone not ringing you like just taking setting some time or even at night where you have at 8 o'clock my phone, well, it's not 8 o'clock anymore, but like 10 o'clock my phone go on do not disturb, and I have to I have to pick my phone up to look at it, which means I have to be in a headspace to choose to deal with whatever is going on. So
Yeah, for me, I remember, hmm, I don't know if they making these phones better nowadays or what, but I used to like, and you know this, I used to like when my phone would break.
yep.
Mm-mm. I don't
Yep.
have no phone, girl. My phone broke. My screen
Yeah.
broke.
Yep.
Baby, that used to be oh, I used to look because I was not accessible
Hey,
anymore.
look. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh, I used
yeah,
to love it.
yeah.
Now this thing been holding on. Here's the other part too. Two parts. One, COVID.
Hmm.
You could not work from home. I mean,
Yeah,
some people did,
yeah.
but now work from home, you're like, oh yeah, I can stay at the house. But baby, it let that phone ring and you on the
Hmm.
clock, they expect you to pick it up. Don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And emails on your phone, Zoom team meetings on your phone, and it's your
Your
personal phone.
personal phone.
Y'all better give
Hmm.
me a work phone.
Hmm.
So when I switched jobs, no, well, type of job I had, I couldn't anyway. But I'm just saying, like, I need a
Yeah,
work phone, like all of that stuff. I
yeah,
left that stuff at work as much as I could. Like I
yeah,
was not gonna get caught up in that trap again.
yeah.
But yeah, you have to set the boundaries when it comes to, and it's really hard for entrepreneurs.
It
You know,
is.
with me, with the business and stuff, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany told me I had to promise not to take my laptop. Y'all, I'm going on vacation this week.
She about lost it. She was like, "What?"
And she like, you can't take that laptop. But we
Mm-mm.
gonna talk after this video. We gotta talk. But Tiffany, okay, y'all, let me get back.
Right. Focus.
What I'm saying
My
is
lady.
it's hard to unplug when entrepreneurship is 24/7. So something I have done for you all who are entrepreneurs, on my email, on my signature, it says something like, please note that this is a part-time activity or whatever it says,
Mm-hmm.
just to let the people know I'm gonna get back to you as soon as I can, but it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow. Something else I do on my emails when I do go on vacation from work, and people always send me an email like, "Oh my God, I love your signature." It'll say like my reply will say my auto reply. It says something like, "In the spirit of self-care, all phone calls and emails will be placed on hold until I return." Like you have to set up people's expectations, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And let them know that you've given yourself permission to be gone, and but they can expect to hear from you when you come back. But in order for me to be fully intentional about my self-care, I will not be returning emails and phone calls during this time.
Mhm. And I
So
work
those are some of the things that I've done.
I was gonna say I work for a smaller organization now, and so I've this is a practice that I've been doing. Like, I'll send it out of office so that the people that I work with on a regular basis know. It's got a reminder, and in that I say whether or not I have access for something urgent, right? Not necessarily an
Mhm.
emergency. Call 911 or call the big boss if it's an emergency. But if it's something urgent that you need from me, I will let them know in that out of office. Like, I'm out of office and my mom doesn't live in town, right? So if I'm out of office and I'm spending time with my mom, I typically say, and I'm unavailable for calls, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm out of office and it's just a mental health day,
Yeah. What? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
for
We'll talk about that. Not no mental health day.
okay, maybe not a mental health day. But if I have like an appointment, okay, you're right. I don't do it for a mental health day. But if I have an appointment, like, and I'm just
Hmm.
taking the day off to do that,
You
and
just got to go to the dentist.
I
Okay.
gotta go to the dentist, and I'm not really doing anything
All
like
the things.
but
I got you.
laundry and the dentist.
Yeah.
You can call me. I don't
Yeah.
mind. But again, to your point earlier, it's about setting that expectation and communicating it. So that's the other thing, right? With this unplug ritual. Um, you take the time, especially if it's about work or people that live with or people that set the expectation.
Hmm.
Hey, my phone goes off at 9 o'clock. My goddaughter did this, and I'm so glad. So her phone will go on like do not disturb at sometime,
Hmm.
and something would happen. I would like need to talk to her, and she said she say, "Muffy, you just gotta call me two times in a row. You on the list, so it'll go through." And I was like,
Oh,
"I
yeah.
know."
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I was like, I wasn't calling back to back because now I'm calling your friend, I'm calling your mama, I'm calling all the people after that. But if I call you twice, you gonna pick. Okay, cool. So again, just she had set an expectation because she had got a new job and she was trying to get a rest and da 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 da. And I was like, girl, I'm trying to get this stuff answered for you, but I need your input, right?
Yeah.
And so that to me is equally as important. Having a ritual, setting the expectation and communicating it, so that you can maximize that time that
Hmm.
you give your senses a rest.
Yeah. And I like it because it's like, I know that they know. I've already given them an answer. Whatever it is,
Hmm.
whatever the question is, my auto response is giving you my response on
Hmm.
my behalf.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it. So if I see that I missed your call or I missed your email, which I shouldn't see because I shouldn't be checking, but if I just so happen to see it, I'm not worried about or stressed about getting back to you because I've already told you what's going to happen next.
Hmm. I love it.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Well, what do y'all do? What
Yeah.
do y'all do for sensory rest? Put it in the chat, put it in the comments, let us know. And definitely bring your ideas with you on June 14th when we decide to rest together for about a half a day.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so we'll talk about our next one tomorrow. And then I think after that, we're going to go over all of them
I
real
think we
quick and
are.
then talk about what to expect on the 14th.
Yeah. This was day 6.
Yeah,
Y'all,
okay. Okay,
if you
cool,
if you if
cool.
you haven't, check out 1 through 5. Get ready for
Yeah,
7. But
yeah,
this was day 6.
yeah.
All right, y'all. Toodles.
Bye.